What does it mean to grow your tolerance for feeling what you're feeling? It's coming to peace with who you are. It's another way of saying exactly the same thing. I'm coming to peace with who I am. They're the same. One's more precise, actually. That I'm growing my tolerance is a more precise articulation of what it means to be at peace with yourself. To be at peace with yourself doesn't mean that you are always peaceful. It means that you are at peace with your distress. You know, when people say, I want to be happy, you know, there's that whole thing about I want to be happy. And it's like, well, you want to be happy, go get yourself some OxyContin, you know, or some Demerol and inject it into yourself and, you know, you'll be happy, right? Do you want to be alive and authentic and who you really are? Then you need to grow a relationship with yourself where you can have the mixture of what it feels like to be human, including the difficult feelings that have to do with the vulnerability of being human, uncertainty, unpredictability, and not having ultimate control, and have a relationship with yourself where you can hold yourself with warmth and interest and non-judgment while having those feelings and having and holding and having and holding, having and holding, consciousness holding the body holding consciousness. It is actually a relationship with you. It's you paying attention to you, it's you noticing early, it's you catching yourself as you have an urge to shame or shut down or neglect or abuse yourself. Just take a moment right now just to breathe into it. Okay. Breathe into it means just feeling your breath in your body as you breathe, just dropping down into that place in your body. You're doing great. There's such progress. You have no idea. I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. You would never have tolerated any of this before. You'd have made jokes and you'd have shut it all down and you'd have, you know, poo-pooed it. You're actually trying to do this now with me. You know? You really honor me and us and you. And you're really struggling with it. So, you know, just, there's a big difference, right? You catch yourself and say, you know, I'm not breathing. Okay, all right. And these are different ideas for you. I'm talking about things that are different. And I just want you to be able to make choices that are loving and grow your capacity to be with what's there. And you can call that control if you like, but since I'm so picky about language, I don't tend to call it that because it's not about controlling your experience. It's about being able to be with you in your experience, making the choice to stay with you and having the capacity to stay with you. Growing your capacity to tolerate what's uncomfortable in there, making the choice to bring your attention to that and keep your attention on that and breathe your awareness into that. And, you know, you can call that control. I don't really like that word very much because control has such a sense of hunkering down and constricting and limiting, whereas everything I'm talking about is creating more room and more space, more capacity, you know. So what's there is what's there, you know, and you're there with it. And you don't leave yourself there. You're not alone there. And it makes things that were previously unmanageable manageable. And in a way, in the end, that is how we come to peace, a place of peace with ourselves. Again, not because everything is all peaceful and mellow, but because I have this way of being with myself that is warm and interested and non-judgmental. And that allows me to feel at peace with me, even when what's going on inside me might be tumultuous, or difficult, or painful, or sad, or scary, or angry, or passionate. I just stay there and stay there and stay there, and I stay with what is. I don't try to make it different. I'm not really trying to control it, but I accompany myself in it And something about doing that makes the experience manageable. It's that place where we set the intention. And is it to feel better in the sense of, you know, happy on drugs? Or is it better in the sense of authenticity? That I'm really who I am. I'm really the person that I am. I'm really the authentic, integrated, coherent person that I am, and that there is something about that that feels really good. To know who you are and to feel who you are and to live that, it does feel good. You're not just a role or a performance or the amazing human doing. You are this being.